What's up, y'all? Well, I've got quite the story for you tonight. Let's get right to it. Your boy got stood up. That's right. I set up a date with a chick tonight for 8 p.m. And guess what? Yep, she was a no-show. I waited there for 10 to 15 minutes and then left. It wasn't too bad because I've always been prepared for these kind of things. Oh, I learned quick. Pick a spot that's close to you, a few blocks away, so that when something like this happens, you won't have to travel for hours. That makes no sense. I've seen the horror stories online, TikTok stories, shorts, where people drove 1 to 2 hours to the middle of nowhere just to get stood up. Come on now. Don't do yourself like that. Pick a location that's like 10 minutes away. And if you must, pick a spot that you genuinely want to check out, that you'll be fine to go to if this chick doesn't show up. Some place that you already wanted to go on your bucket list, all right? And let's make it even easier. Let's just say it's not a nighttime date, somewhere in between. Well, if you got somewhere else to go afterwards, pick the date location to be the midway point. Always try to minimize your losses. Minimize the collateral damage in case the woman does not show up. Because you never know, especially in this day and age when it comes down to modern dating. Oh man, chicks are flakier than ever before. You never know. Don't do yourself that disservice. Because in life, the most important thing is time. You don't want to waste your time. Trust me on that. Time goes by faster than you know. Believe me. Now, let's get into some more details. Why did I get tricked? In quotes, because hey, you never know. Go on enough dates. Sometimes one will eventually slip through the cracks and stand you up. You see, previously in my other correspondences with other dates, potential dates, let's just say matches, all right? When I set up dates with them, yeah, you could kind of already see that they're not really into it. They take hours to respond. They come up with excuses. They're like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm busy that day. Okay, go on. You're busy that day. That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me the days that you're gonna be free? You see, when a chick or anybody is interested in you, flip it on yourself. If you're actually interested in someone and they ask you out and you said, oh yeah, that date isn't good for me, are you just gonna leave it at that and go, yeah, sorry, that date doesn't work? Come on now, use your brain, man. Common sense logic here. Of course not. You're gonna counter offer, right? You're gonna say, yep, I'm sorry, this date does not work for me, but I can do this day and that day. I can do the weekends. How about next week? Yeah, I'm going out. I'm gonna be out of town this weekend. I can't make it, but next week I can do it. All right. You always want to be wary of the counter offer, because if they counter, there's a good chance, yeah, they're actually interested in meeting up. Okay? So this is what this chick did. I did have a previous date set up for Sunday. She couldn't make it. She wasn't feeling well. But she did counter offer for Thursday. Okay. I had a few text exchanges with her. I said, yeah, I can do Thursdays. How about 7:30? She said, make it 8 o'clock. I said, all right, 8 works for me. And that was the end of the exchange. And that was Monday night. So between Monday to Thursday, 3 days in between, do you have to talk? Do you have to text? Well, for me at least, not necessary. If it's more than a week, then sure, of course, then you want to confirm a day or two. Hey, we still good? Or you don't have to come off like that. You could always say like, hey, looking forward to this so and so. Looking forward to Saturday's date. Finally, the time has come. Something like that. Make it a little more inconspicuous. But anything less than 5 days, I would say you don't have to. Because you don't want to come off as too enthusiastic, too pushy. And I know it's a game, it's a bit gamey, it's playing games, but hey, the slightest thing can rub someone the wrong way. And if it's not you, don't do it. And here's the thing. Of course, everything comes with its pros and cons. Because, hey, if you reach out again to confirm, then yeah, you'll have your answer if she doesn't respond. Save yourself the time and trouble. But then again, if you just leave it as is, you'll really find out if this chick is playing games or not. If she's actually genuinely interested in meeting you. I've had a couple cases where, yeah, I've reached the location and then I call them up or like text them and say, hey, I'm here. Where are you? A couple of them genuinely forgot. But guess what? I still met up with them. They came out. So what's different with this one? Like I said, I didn't bother reaching out. The others, yeah. Like, I reached out and said, hey, I'm here. This one, I just didn't bother because it was such low effort. It wasn't worth it. I was kind of tired too. I went to work, hit the gym, didn't change, didn't spruce up, none of that. Just went to the restaurant. So, I ain't gonna lie. I was honestly hoping she didn't show up. But hey, wish granted, right? Now, you see, normally I would have just left this alone. I wouldn't bother texting her back, because why? She stood you up, right? Why would you give her more attention? But for the sake of YouTube, for the sake of science, yeah, I'll take one for the team. Probably text her tomorrow. Ask her, hey, what's up? What happened last night? I didn't see you. But with these kind of approaches, you gotta be really, really subtle. Because everyone knows women are super skittish. Rightfully so, because let's be real. A lot of men, they don't know how to take rejection. Something like this happens, they blow up. They get mad. It might be a minority, but women are super fearful of that. So you gotta come with a place of trying to understand. Zero malice. Just say, hey, listen. No animosity. None whatsoever. I just genuinely want to know. What happened yesterday? I didn't see you. I was there for like 10 to 15 minutes. Didn't see you around and just left. Who knows? Yeah. So, if she responds, or if she doesn't, I'll report. Make a note of it. I'll let you guys know what's up. But otherwise, the key takeaway when setting up dates with women is how fast they respond. Are they enthusiastic? When you actually give them the 3 criteria for an actual date, which is place, date, and the time. If these 3 information have been laid out, then oh yeah, It is an actual schedule, and they need to honor that. Otherwise, don't place your bets. If they don't respond once you lay those out, yeah, they're not interested. And of course, the ultimate counter offer. If they tell you they can't make it, that day doesn't work, oh, believe me, if they don't go, hey, how about this day? Then forget it. Just leave it. Game over. The end. Now here's another side one. A little funny one. I had this woman. This is the first time I ever encountered something like this. And that was a few days ago. Where the chick actually said, ask me again tomorrow night. Or some BS like that. Listen. That makes 0 sense. That's like making a detour to loop around, circle around a block a few times just to get back home. What's going on here? It's a waste of time. She just wants the validation, wants the attention. Because, let's be reasonable here. Why can't you just let me know tomorrow night if you can make it or not? Why do I have to reach out again? Makes no sense. Well, guess what? I reached out. She said, sorry, I can't make it. I don't know when I'm getting off work. Without any counter offer. Of course, I had to push my luck. Because, hey, I'm doing this for science. I'm doing this for the YouTube page. So I had to reach out and say, well, okay, let me know how your schedule looks for the rest of the week. Well, you may have guessed it. Crickets. 0 response. Yep, there you have it. Don't waste your time. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street when it comes to relationships. And if you sense they're not putting any effort and they're playing games, just eject. Plain and simple. Either they're in or they're out. And that's it for tonight. Peace.